Oh, there we go. Ah, yeah, right. It's setting itself up. We're nearly on live. And then we're on TV, folks.
Hi.
So,
hello.
Hi. I'm going to say hi because I'm not sure if we're live yet or not. But if we are live, hi. And if we're not, I'm saying hi to nobody.
You're live according to my phone. You're live.
We are live now, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and it's lovely to have you here. And I'm Jeannie. I've been doing art lessons live, and this time I thought I'd ask some of my students along to do the lesson live with me. And it's a chance for me to, oh, hang on. She's trying to ask me into a different, oh, sorry. Okay, so sorry, I'm having technical glitches. I'm all new to this. Anyway, I've been doing these art lessons. All these lovely ladies here have done art lessons with me, both on the lives and also face-to-face things, which is fantastic. And in a moment, instead of me introducing what I do, I'm going to ask them to introduce what they've done with me. And so that's how we're going to start today. And then we'll go on with doing our artwork today that I put out the list yesterday. So thank you for joining us again. And Jane, I believe you're going to start. So if you'd like to talk first, I'm just going to hook a few things up while you're doing that.
Yeah, sure. So hi all, I'm Jane from Bristol, and I've been having lessons with Jeanni via a recommendation that before the lockdown a friend of mine had lessons down on the beach and had the full 9 hours, and I was so impressed with the work that had been achieved. I booked myself on, and obviously because I couldn't go down to the beach or out of the beach with Jeanni sort of face to face, we've done the lessons over Zoom. So I've done 2 3-hour lessons so far. I wasn't a complete novice, but my work has improved 99%. It's absolutely wonderful. So just a couple of examples of my work. So that's a cat that I drew sort of for my friend, and then I've done dogs as well. This particular one is actually going out to an island called Karakou, and it was a commission that I'd been asked to do. So I also want to say, just so people don't know a bit more about Jeanni, she is amazing, and what you learn in these free lessons is nothing compared to what you get when you're paying. So I just want to give her telephone number out because it's got to be done. 07818 838 524. And the email address, if you'd like to email Jeanni, is Jeanni, which is spelled JEANNI _art@ yahoo.co.uk. I hope I've got that right, Jeanni. You can interrupt if that's wrong. No, or you can go on to Art at the Beach or Art Jeanni on Facebook and messenger through there. Thank you. That's me done. I hope I haven't gone over my 3 minutes.
No, it's me now. Yeah. I've actually known Jeanni for years, though it was only this year that I managed to hook up and get a lesson from her. I was staying at the Nair years and years ago, and I saw her work there, and I was gobsmacked. It was really so good, and I always wanted to do a lesson. Never found the time to do it because I live in St Albans and she's in Cornwall, so it's a rather a long way. But this year made the effort to go down to Cornwall, and I had lessons with Jeanni, and well, she's inspired me again. She's such a wonderful, wonderful teacher. And I've been doing all these, not all of them, but a lot of the lessons that she's been doing for free every week, every day to start with. They're so good. There's such a lot to learn from Jeanni, and I'm still learning, and we're all going to learn something today as well. My artwork's hopeless, but I mean, she inspired me to do a scene like that, and I did a self-portrait following Jeannie's sort of guidelines on how to draw faces. Not, yeah, that's right. That's the one, isn't it? Not brilliant, but it's better than it was
It's
before.
lovely, Sandy. It's lovely. And you do fantastic artwork. You do great things. I think Jill next, is it? Jill?
Right. Hi, I'm Jill and I live in Germany. I've known Jeannie now for several years, but don't get to see her nearly as often as I would like to. I regularly holiday in Cornwall, which is where I found out about Jeannie, and on the spur of the moment had the starter lessons with her, and it was the start of a new hobby for me. She is so encouraging, so inspiring, and has so much knowledge and so many tips that I've had lessons with her, and I've also been able to enjoy follow-ups, long line all the way to Germany. For example, to show a little bit of what I've done, she helped me to draw my beloved dog Lucy, which I would never have thought I could come up with a picture like that. Then, being a beach lover, I absolutely love these pebble piles or towers or whatever you want to call them. And the first one I did with Jeannie together with her help in a lesson. And I've gone on to do various ones. And this is my last one that I did all on my own, but thanks to the knowledge that I've gained through lessons with Jeannie. And I've done lots of other things, and I can only recommend it. It's such fun and so informative.
Thank you, Jill. And I'm going to just point out here that because Jill's done the full 9-hour course, she's actually now selling art in my shop down at Morgan Porth. Wow. And she sells an awful lot of it. So the condition is when someone's done the whole 9 hours, as long as we're both in agreement about pricing and which pictures can go in the shop, then I sell them in the shop for you. And Jill sells very, very well there. Jane will be selling there soon, and Sandy soon when she's finished the course and the rest of it. So
I don't know if I would sell anything.
Vanessa, off you go.
I never thought I'd sell a picture either, but
we had to work out the cost the other day, and she's made a fortune. So yes. Vanessa.
Yep. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Well, I moved down to Cornwall about 4 years ago, which is where I bumped into Jeannie and spoke to her about doing a course. But I came down and I wasn't working at the time, so it was on the back burner for me, and I always wanted to do that. And then by chance, I re-met Jeannie again online on the networking with your partnerships, and that was pretty amazing. And we got chatting, and Jeannie and her son in Australia did an online birthday party for my 12-year-old, which was fantastic because it was part art lesson from Jeannie and then the juggling tricks from her son, which was fantastic. I had about 30 kids online and we all had fun. And right at the beginning of lockdown. So it was great for us all to sort of get together because we didn't feel like we were stuck in our homes. That was fantastic. And then after that, Jeannie gave me some online lessons. Well, it was just one, quite a long one in the morning, some tips on Zoom. And it was about perspective because I have been an artist, not, you know, a professional one, but, you know, I've studied art and I've been painting, but I just needed some areas, and I still do, and everyone has room for improvement. So I definitely need to move on to having the longer lessons with Jeannie, which we're going to do when we're allowed to go onto the beach, because that'd be fantastic to go down to Morgan Porth, because that's just 15 minutes away from me. But I will show you something that I worked on. I just stand up and get out of the way of it because it's quite big. This is a painting that I've created for a raffle where the funds are going to a charity called Children's Hospice Southwest, which are based on, well, they've got 3 hospices in Cornwall and Devon.
Gosh, that's
Wow,
wonderful.
lovely.
It's lovely. This is the same organisation I did that charity art lesson for as well, then, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, your partnerships, Cornwall.
Put it back up again. It's lovely. Pop it back up on the screen again.
So that's Porth P and Beach in the St Austell area.
So it's lovely.
Just selling the tickets £2 each, and then all the proceeds will go to the hospice to help with the children. It's
Wow, well done you, it's brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
And Vanessa's at Ebb and Flow. She's got Ebb and Flow as her website, so she's very much worth looking at as well. We've lost
Thank
Hilary.
you.
Oh no, we've got Hilary back again, haven't we? No, she's gone for a minute. She'll be back, I hope. So we're going to start doing the artwork for today, but if anyone's interested in the full-on lessons, because I'm trying not to give away too much in these free lessons of the special information I give when I'm doing the art lessons these ladies are talking about. But we're going to start for today. Now, today, as always with me, is a bit of nonsense. And we're going to do a bit of weaving and crafting today. And we're going to make something which is along the lines of a dream catcher. If you like the idea it's a dream catcher, it is. If you don't like the idea it's a dream catcher, it isn't. It's whatever you want it to be. We lost you, Hilary.
I know.
Do you want to just do a kind of 2-second intro of who you are as well?
Oh, I'm very boring. I'm very boring compared to everybody else.
No, you're not. You're lovely. Go on. Just tell them quickly that we knew each other before, didn't we? Vaguely.
I've never really met Jeannie in person. We've spoken before over 2 or 3 years and maybe a few things out. But I've given it a go. So here I am.
And you've joined into a lot of the free art lessons, haven't you? And I think
I have done some lessons, but I do have 2 left hands. So
when we can meet in person, we've met on the phone, we've met this way many times now, but we haven't met in person ever. But there we go.
This is my office, Jeannie, where I do all my magic.
Oh, lovely. I don't know that I meant to tell you what this lovely lady does, but she has saved my life, literally.
No.
She has. She's one of the people that actually answers a phone when you've got a problem, rather than one of these answer machines. So yeah, she's been.
Then we just do dream catching. Let's do dream catching.
Dream catcher. Right. So you need your 2 sticks. So if you could all take those. I'm going to keep myself on small screen. So I hope if you're watching on Facebook Live, you can see, because then you can watch all the ladies doing it as well.
I'm just going to
take your 2 sticks. I've got 2 skewers. It could be 2 pencils, 2 knitting needles. It can be whatever you like.
Yeah.
Then we're going to take a piece of wool string and I'm going to tie it through the middle. So if you can see, it's hard to hold this so you can see it. I'm just going to take that over like that and tie it through the middle. And try and support these 2 in a cross, and then in a minute I'll tie it the other way, but I need to leave quite a long bit of string or wool there, just so that can be what we hang it from. I'm just going to extend that bit a little bit, and then I'll leave it out of the equation till the end. I'm going to tie it the other way a couple of times as well. So basically, if you were a Girl Guide or anything, you could even do a little bit of square lashing or something just to get it to hold together in the middle. And tie it securely. I'm just going to pop mine down for a minute.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think that would be better. So if we pop them down, and I'm just going to tie it a few times, because the more secure it is in the middle, the better this will work. And as I said, I'm going to have to go back to toilet roll ideas and things like that, I think, because I'm starting to run out of things without giving away all my private trade secrets of how to get people to draw so well so quickly. Right, so I've got a long dangly bit here at the top, and then I've got the cross in the middle that I've now tied together, and then I've got the ball of wool hanging down the bottom.
Oh right, I see. So I've got the long bit, but then I've got a very short bit.
Oh, okay. Well,
right, how am I
keep the short bit for now, because then you can extend yours later with something else. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to keep the long bit up and out of the way, or I'm going to tie it around to the back. Now, what we're going to do is take the wool and decide which side you want to be the top. And I'm going to lay it over, and then I'm going right round the stick, and then I'm going over to the next one. So look, I've gone round this one, and then I've gone over to the next one, and I'm going right round that, and then I'm going over to the next stick and going right round and over that. So basically you're just looping over the stick once each time. Keep it straight as you go and try to keep your tail separate so you've got it for later. Over and round, over and round, so that your loop bits are always on the same side. Oops, now I've got mine tied up. So over in the loop and then round again. And if you'll get into a bit of a flow with it. It's almost like you're just going over the top and over and then across to the next stick, but keep it always the same way up. Over and over, and you'll start getting quite a nice flat top to your pattern. It's a bit like many of these things. The beginning bit is the boring bit because you've got nothing else to do it. Now, Jane was telling me earlier she hadn't got much wool or string or anything around. I was saying you could use strips of bin bag. You can be really imaginative. In all the lessons, I keep pointing out that I'm giving you an idea. What you do with it is up to you. And there's always a way of using your imagination. And I'm always quoting Henry Ford, who said the only limitation is your own imagination. And I think lots of us get ourselves tied in knots about what we can't do. And tied in knots is a pun for today, I suppose. Yeah, we get ourselves tied in knots about what we can't do, whereas we should deal much more with what we can do. Now, I've got a bit of a rhythm going now, and that's what you need. Is you sort of get into a bit of a flow with it. And this is one of the things I know when I used to do this when I was teaching in school, particularly I used to do this in Australia, the children got so into it. They kind of, there'd be little gatherings of girls in the playground weaving, you know. So anyway, there we go.
Lovely.
Now, if you look, the top side of mine is quite flat and smooth, and the bottom side is all looped around the sticks. Can you see what's happened? One side is all very flat, one side's the loop. So really the loopy side is more the back.
Yeah.
But then that depends what you like and what you fancy.
Right.
Now, what I'm going to do is I've only gone that far. And just to give you ideas, I'm just going to pull this one out of the way for a minute. I could tie it off. That's good, Jane. That's perfect.
I think I've done it completely wrong.
I don't think so. Hold it up, Sandy. Let's have a look.
I have. I've gone round and round like that. I mean,
Let me see. I can't see. You're not in front of the screen.
What's wrong?
Are you all right, Vanessa? How are you doing down there?
I'm about to restart. It wasn't.
How are you doing, Hilary? Let's have a look.
Right.
Oh, Hilary, look at you rocking down there. You're going brilliantly.
Oh, I'm
Jill, that's perfect. Let's see, Sandy.
No, it's wrong. It's wrong.
That's all right. That's good.
No,
Don't worry. Just keep going around like that. It's lovely. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly the same. That's perfect.
Well, everybody else has got a woven one. Why haven't I got a woven one?
Mine's not woven, so look what mine.
Okay, so look, what I'm going to do now is I was going to start messing around just a little bit because why not? So here's some ribbon, and I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before, but it's something that my mother used to love doing, art and craft.
Jeannie, how are you tying it off? Sorry to interrupt. How do I tie it off? How do you tie it off?
Just kind of slip knot it through. If you break the end. Right, so
okay, yeah.
then what you can do with ribbons, she had a little gizmo for it that I did have here, and I put it down now, I can't see it, but you can strip ribbons. So look, if it's the artificial ribbon, if you just break it at the end like that, can you see what I've just done there? I just split it, and then if you just pull, you can get nice thin bits. So I'm going to tie in one of those now, and you could tie in anything. There's no set thing. I'm keeping the knots to what I'm calling my back.
Okay.
But
not mine.
You know, if it's going both ways, if you want dangly bits everywhere, and then I'm just going to start this whole system again of wrap round the stick, and then go over to the next one and wrap round and go over. And now I'm getting, look, some bright pink coming into it. Can you see what's happening? And if you left the tails quite long, you could actually tie feathers and things to them later anyway.
You made one.
Sorry?
Jeannie?
Yep.
That one?
You've got it. That's going brilliantly.
Yeah, cool. Love it.
Now you can spread them out a bit. I'm going a bit tight on mine. Jill, can you hold yours up again? You're going looser and that looks rather nice.
Just started trying to add some.
Yeah, add something else to it. That's cool. And so you can use one piece of ribbon can give you a number of, pieces to use. And you can either decide to work the ends in at the back, or you can either tie them off and let bits dangle that you can later tie bits and pieces to be a dream catcher. So it's completely up to you. But it's just a fun way of weaving. How are you going down there, Hilary?
I've just got more supplies.
Oh, she's got more supplies. She's so organised, this lady.
I haven't got any wool.
What you do.
I ran away and did. I got my basket full of wool.
Oh, you stole. Look at you go.
I gave all my wool away.
Nice colours, Hilary.
You like them?
Love them. Right. Now we've got to go in with some.
Right, so we've got another one. And then I picked up these because I was being completely daft. And they're from my Christmas decorations. Look.
Oh, cool.
So I thought we could have a bit of that go into it.
Right.
So I'm a great one for, as I've mentioned many times on these programs, I always wanted to be a Blue Peter lady. It was my ambition. And I think this is the nearest I've ever got to it. So I've chopped a bit of my Christmas decorations off. Pardon?
Does Blue Peter still exist?
I think it
Yes.
does. But I think it's on one of the kind of more unusual channels. It's not like on BBC One anymore now or anything.
Right.
It's more like children's channels for all the children's stuff now.
CBeebies.
Yeah, is it the same in Germany? Do they have separate channels over there for the children's TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. But you should at least apply.
I think I'm a bit too old for it now. I think this is my moment in time.
What's your expression? There are no limitations, but
yeah, that's right. No,
yeah. Quote unquote.
Yeah, quote unquote. Go for it. So, well, my gold stuff. This is an interesting addition. I'm not sure if it's the best, but I think it's good to realise as well that you can trial and error things. Look, this is going quite peculiar with this, but never mind. I'm going to keep going with it. See what happens.
Nice and bling.
Bling. Yeah, well, that's.
I think the wool, certainly the string, was easier than my ribbon.
Actually, now the beads are getting, look, ladies, now the beads are getting going. I'm quite liking it.
Oh, right.
But it's very blingy, I have to say. I don't know that this falls into tasteful, but it's certainly blingy. So we've got this.
Gosh. I think I'm going to do this again later on with really big sticks because I'm loving it.
No, it's good. And also, please do put them up on Facebook afterwards when you've done it. I'm going to tuck this in. Sometimes you might need to use a bit of ingenuity and tie something in with a piece of thread or even glue it in. Now, the only thing about my big beads is as much as they're quite pretty in themselves, they've kind of overwhelmed everything else.
They've overtaken, haven't they?
Yeah, so I'm going to go around with some blue wool now. Let's have a look at how the ladies are going. Can we have a bit of a show and tell? How are all our different dream catches going at the moment? Oh, Jill, look at you. Oh, that's lovely, Vanessa. Oh, wow, Hilary, you're going some.
Hilary's is a lovely shape.
Let's see yours, Jane. How's yours looking?
Gosh, mine's not very good. It started off really good, but now it's gone a bit naff.
So I'm going to tie on, look, oh, that's good. I like that. Raffia would be good, wouldn't it? Look, ladies, I'm going to slip knot. So I'm just doing a standard slip knot, and I'm going to use that to kind of almost cast on again if I'm going back to my navy wool now.
Oh, I've just found some jewellery.
You've got, and what we're going to do in a minute is then tie some beads and feathers and whatnot into it.
And I've found some masks.
Oh,
That's how long I haven't haven't been in this basket for. This is from SARS. It's crazy. What else I can find? Oh, interesting. Oh, look, I've got some twisty pipe cleaner things. Ooh.
I'm not sure if we're getting any comments and things, because I think we've got people there, but I can't see it. So if anyone's there, please do comment. And I do apologize if I'm not responding or saying hello to you, but I can't see it at the moment. It's my first time trying to link Zoom and Facebook. So I've probably done something a bit funny, and I'll work it out as I go along. Now, look, I'm now going around with the navy wool again.
Oh, nice.
And I'm getting these odd dangly bits that are hanging down the back. Can you see what's happening naturally where I've been tying things in? And this could be where we tie in some feathers and bits and bobs afterwards. I suppose you could actually make a little cut in the wood so that you could have a kind of a bit of a gap and then start again from a bit further out. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
You gave yourself a bit of a ridge.
The string works really well, but my ribbony bits, my cheap ribbony bits are slightly slipping into each
Same.
other.
Exactly
I
the
think
same as
wool-
mine, Gillian.
Wool and string are probably better.
Yeah, no, I
definitely.
think you're right. I think raffia would be very nice, wouldn't it? Raffia could work.
Pity really, because I've got so much of the stuff.
Saying that, I think the blingy middle, you've got to give that something. That's just like,
You're pleased with that, aren't you?
well, yeah.
Kids stuff.
It has been said about me that I was, what was it? I was totally focused until something shiny caught my eye.
Tiny. Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway, this is fun having all of you with me. I get a bit lonely up here because one of my problems with it has been that I can't see people responding and what they're doing. So
Yeah.
I found the timing very hard because I don't mean to rush too fast, but I don't want to slow people down either when I'm doing this. Okay, I must admit.
Can I steal a Blue Peter moment? Here's one I made earlier.
Oh, what's that? A pom-pom.
I just found that. That's something I must have done with the children, looking at the state of it.
It's brilliant. Well, I must admit, in a minute, that's what the cardboard was for if we had time, but we need to, these take quite a while to go out, but you can obviously just take it out as far as you like. I suppose if you had old lace or something, you could wind some of that around.
Oh, I've got some old lace.
Yeah, you could try that. I mean, it's a case of just trial and error because some of the art programs and things, and it's not saying it's not the right thing to do, give you exact items and exact instructions. That's not me at all, because even in my art lessons, and I'm sure you'd all agree, I'm trying to give you core principles that you can then utilize rather than me just holding your hand doing it. And
Yeah.
in fact, can we all hold them up for a second, please, in the middle of your screens? I mean, look at them. They're all so different already, and yet they're all spectacular. Oh,
Wow.
Hilary, your one's all like, you've got a rainbow going on down there.
I have a bit, haven't I?
Oh, wow.
But aren't they lovely that they're all so different? I think it's my great joy.
I'm rather regretting the fact that I gave away all my old wool to the kindergarten just about 6 months ago.
No. Well, I was going to say, I mean, for anyone who hasn't been into my art shop, people who come in can't believe that all the artwork is being done by my students because of the standard of it. But also it's the diversity of styles that they can't get round either, because they're so, they're so different, everybody's. And that's what I like bringing out. I don't want everyone to have the same style of art as myself. You
No,
should
that's
have
what you're good at, just encouraging people to do their own thing, but with the knowledge they need to do it.
Yeah, and I think with all things, like I know when you teach tennis and things, it's that same sort of idea that you're teaching the core principles, but then how somebody actually finally maneuvers it and uses it is down to their own personal kind of style again, isn't it, to some extent?
What I
Jeanni,
also
what
find
about
fascinating
Serbia?
is how much you learn about yourself painting.
Yes. But also, don't you find it's a sort of state of meditation as well? For me, it's my quiet space.
Yeah.
And when I've got
Yeah.
too much going on in my head, a weird thing is that I often find at the beginning of the picture, I've got a huge problem, but by the end of the picture, when I haven't been thinking about the problem, whatever it might be,
Yeah.
the problem's often resolved, and it's almost like subconsciously when you're in that state of almost meditation that you resolve things more easily. Now I'm using the long string, look, to hold mine up. And
that's
then,
pretty.
yeah, now I'm thinking that what I'd do then was, I've got this lovely pink boa that I've had before, and we don't want to ask about why I have a pink boa, but it dates back to a party many years ago in Australia, but there we go. So I've got bits of my pink boa here. I could have actually woven, look, the entire boa in using this same principle, which would have made it a very glitzy, glamorous affair here. But I alternatively could use bits of these feathers, as with a traditional dream catcher. You could tie some strings just hanging loose, but you could tie some feathers and things then into your hanging strings, and odd beads, shells, you know, whatever you might find.
Shells, that sounds lovely.
You could do one with shells, and if you did it with like raffia and shells, you could do some amazing stuff, couldn't you?
How
Absolutely.
would you attach the shells?
Well, I suppose you can actually get a very tiny drill. The other lady who's trying to get on, for some reason her fingers are coming in, she's not getting the right code to get in. She has a friend who has a tiny drill. It's like a dentist drill, and she drills little holes into shells, and then
I
she
have one.
makes, you've got one.
Yeah,
So
it's
if
a
you drilled a
demo.
little hole, or you found a shell that already had a hole.
Yeah, that's true. Some of them do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm just going into total bling today for some reason, but I've got all these pretty diamante things. I don't think they would work so well on that now that we've got this far. The feathers, though, I think in different combinations could, particularly as I had the pink ribbon in the middle. And if I used another bit of the pink ribbon around the outside like that, and then put some pink feathers, you could start getting some really quite nice bits and pieces, and you could just build it up. And you've got butterflies on your corners. Oh, they're lovely. Butterflies is great. Oh, that looks amazing with that kind of see-through. Oh, you've got, Sandy's off on the lace now. Let's have a look at the lace.
Well, I've got such a lot of lace, I better use it all up.
Yeah, well, let's see, Sandy. Hold it up, please. Let's have a quick.
Nice.
Oh, how pretty is that? Oh, that's really
I
nice.
didn't see it.
Very nice.
We'll hold them up again. Everyone hold theirs up so the people watching can see.
I've rejected mine. I've started again, but here's the one I've rejected.
Where's the one you've rejected? Oh,
I've rejected
and where's your other one? Have you got another one? Or
I've got it going. I'm starting again.
you're on a roll with the second one. Where's
Wow.
yours, Hilary? Hilary, put your rainbow one back up again. The other way round. You've got that's
It's the right way round.
Oh, is that the right way around? She's got a big cross on it now. So that's brilliant. So anyway, I was going to show you one other thing quickly for today, but I'm not really sure that we'll have time because technically we finish in about 3 minutes. So we might hold the other idea for another day.
That's quick.
I know it goes so fast. I find when I'm teaching up here, but you can imagine now a few bits and pieces tied onto it, then use your long string to hang it from your window, and you can attach all manner of bits and bobs to it in any way that you want. Beads, memorabilia, if you've got kind of little mementos and things, and then you could either hang it in the window or you could hang it somewhere else. Another nice idea would be to use some cocktail sticks and maybe do some little ones that then hung from the mothership, if you see what I mean.
Make a sort of mobile. You could make a sort of mobile doing
like a
that.
baby's mobile or something. You could do all sorts of things with it. So I've been saying for a while that I'm going to start changing how I'm doing this, and I really enjoy teaching. You can all tell that, and I've loved doing all these free lessons. But I'm going
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
they
thank
are.
you. Yeah, and it's been my way of saying thank you. I've explained a few times. My daughter's up at the hospital. She's a occupational therapist, and she her friends up there have just been so busy and so amazing, and have been in danger's way a few times and all sorts of things. So I'm very aware of it all. So this has been my way of saying thank you. But as the lockdown's lifting, I'm soon going to be able to open my shop again. So I'm going to have to start putting back on this. But what I would like to do is I'm going to keep going with, for the next couple of weeks anyway, I'll still do a free lesson on the Sundays. But what I'm thinking of doing now that you've all seen this idea of the Zoom thing is actually making the Wednesday one a paying one, but a minimal payment. And we'll start doing things as a group via Zoom. And that won't necessarily be broadcast out, but I'm also happy to do another broadcast out free one on Sunday if people want to join me for that. So this week we're on Wednesday, so Sunday I'm going to do a free one, and at that point I'll give you the exact details of what's going to happen. But I just want to show you something, if I can make this work, was what my plan is for next Wednesday. Is, oh, that wasn't what I planned to do, but never mind. Okay. Is that I'm going to offer the chance to join me to paint this picture. Ooh. So everybody will turn up with their own equipment. It won't be exactly the same, but it will be trees in mist with light and reflection. You will learn a huge amount. It will probably take a couple of hours for us to do it. But I won't be supplying any of the equipment. You'll have to supply your own, but you will get the instruction. And as a one-off next week on Wednesday, I'm prepared to do that for £25 for as long as it takes us to do it. So if anyone's interested in that, other than that, I'll keep you posted on my plans, but I will do the free one on Sunday, and I will probably continue with the free ones on Sunday for a while, but I'll start doing different things on Wednesdays. Now, I don't know how to take that back down again. How do I get that off again?
Press the minus, press the minus.
Yeah, we're back again. And so that's a thought. I don't know if any of you ladies would be interested in doing that with me.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
So bring all your bits and bobs. It's much cheaper than I usually do the lessons, but at the same time, because this is turning into a bit of a family online, if anyone else wants to join us, send me a message and then I'll link you into the Zoom link to do it. And that will be on Wednesday next week. So we can all do that. Now, before we go, I can't thank these lovely ladies enough. So if anyone out there's watching, please send your thank yous and whatever to the lovely Jane and to the lovely Jill and the lovely Sandy, the lovely Vanessa and the lovely Hilary for being so brave as to join me like this. And if any of you have done these, please would you like to put yours up online as well? So if you'd like to join us for the painting lesson next week, then let me know. And also if you'd like to possibly come up on live with me for the free Sunday one, then you can do that as well. Okay, so let me know, send me messages.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
What happens if somebody can't join you on Wednesday for that time? I know it's supposed to be a live. Would they be able to watch it afterwards?
No, the one that we're going to pay for won't go live, because if you're paying, if anyone's paying for it, then I can't let anybody else have it free, if you see what I mean.
I know, but if we were paying for it, could we, if we were not available at, say, 3 o'clock, if you say 4 o'clock, could you watch it later and do your own or not? Or is it only going to be live?
Certainly, that's a very good idea, Jill. Yes, that would work. And also, I mean, if there was another time that suited other people much more, then let me know, because that would be the other thing I was meaning to say. So thank you for prompting me, Jill. Was that if we're going to find that, say, 6 o'clock in the evening is a much better time for everyone, or whether I possibly do it twice or something, but I obviously need the numbers and I need to know that I'm not just doing it with one person.
But sometimes, you know, people have to go and pick up kids or something like that, and could they then watch the rest later, was what I was thinking. Might be a question.
So, all up, let's just say I need to change things, partly because I need to go back to emptying my shop and things more, but I also love teaching, would love to continue working with all of you, and there's so many of you I've got to know through this that I don't want to lose you as things change. So give me your ideas. If you've got a thought, or if you've got a family group who'd like to do something independently on a different day, whatever it is, talk to me, please, because, you know, I think these ladies will all agree I'm very accommodating, and I like to help people. So I'm suggesting things, but I'm not saying don't suggest your own ideas. And yeah, it's really been lovely to actually work with you. And I wish I'd thought of doing this sooner, but partly it's my technical inability, because you don't know how much sweat and tears it took me to get to this point, and an amazing son who's been educating me. And as Vanessa said, he's in Sydney, Australia, and bless him, he's been coaching me through my computer how to do this. So thank you, James. But anyway, can we all hold up our dream catchers again? Has anyone else got anything else, last minute things they want to say or thought of or anything? Or
no, just thanks for me. Thanks for being such a enormous support, because you are literally there 24/7. I call you my pocket Jeannie, and you are a pocket Jeannie.
Oh.
Literally, if I'm stuck with anything, it doesn't matter. I mean, I have messaged you at 11 o'clock and said, don't worry now, but, and you've called back, or you've messaged me and it's like, what are you doing? Have a break. And you don't. You are, you know, you're fantastic. You really are. And I'm not just saying that for the effect. You are really incredible.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, on every level.
Absolutely.
thank
I
you.
could call Jeannie my friend now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, all of you. And it's been lovely to do this with you. The dream catchers look amazing. I love all the diversity. And that's the thing that gives me the greatest joy with the way I teach. By giving you that toolkit, you then do your own thing. Whereas if you're only being instructed, pick up A, do B, you don't. So
Yeah.
Anyway, I shall see you on Wednesday to paint trees and reflections, and that will be at 2:30, the same as this week. So pencil it in, but that one's a paid one, so we'll sort that out. But Sunday this week and Sunday the next week, I'll still do a free one then. It may stop after that, but if anyone wants to join me live like this to do a free one, then we can do that as well. Okay, take care, and thank you all so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Thank you all.
Thank you.